righty.
What
Hey,
we doing,
Joel. Oops, let me turn the volume down.
Volume's down. We're going to get started right here. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't leave us.
Momentarily. Hey, Joel, guess what time it is?
What time is it, Keith?
It's time once again for Smack and Jack Live here at the Somerset Studios studio in lovely Chester County. It is raining. I think, what's the guy that built that really big boat a couple years ago? Put two of everything in it.
Noah.
Forgot his wife.
Noah.
The whole thing.
Noah and the Ark.
Noah, yeah. Huh? Anyway, he's going to be stopping by a little bit later with some
a cameo appearance
with some crab sliders, crab ball sliders. And
nice.
Boy, if we don't float away, man, it is raining. Well, it took us a little bit to get on, as usual.
Yeah, well, there would not be Smack and Jack if we didn't have some sort of issue. Hopefully, that's the issue up front. I still don't see us on Facebook here, so as long as somebody else sees
Jim
us
Ross
on
is
Facebook.
on. Yeah, we got two people on,
okay.
so we are all
Nice.
we're alive. This isn't like an after-death experience. So grab your coffee. We still have a little bit of coffee left, so grab your coffee, sit back, enjoy the show, and we will be right back.
Here we go.
From the Somerset Studios in Westchester, Pennsylvania, it's Smack and Jack Live with your co-hosts Keith and Joel Wenderman.
Yeah, so our introduction is working once again, folks. We're taking this music right from the computer.
So we don't hear the
Yeah. Well, we hadn't done... That's the reason why we stopped doing it from the computer. Because it was all crackly and it was interference, so far so good. So we're kind of back to something
Hey,
that
Heather's
works.
on. My friend Heather. I think it might be the
Yay.
first time the Smallies have checked in.
All right,
Thanks for stopping
fantastic.
in,
Who
guys.
else do we have on there?
Jim and Barbara so far.
You see me on there anywhere?
Nope, do not. Don't see me. Don't see.
How very strange. I am on.
Facebook
I'm seeing it
exacting
right here.
weird.
Yeah, well, I will say to our listening audience that I did look up Facebook this morning issues, and that a lot of people around the world are having issues this morning with Facebook.
Well,
so.
apparently Mark Zuckerberg is in negotiations with bringing the Ukraine in on this.
Ooh, yeah, that could be good. That makes some sticky. Okay, so let's get going because we have people on.
Yes,
and
what do
we're
we got?
live.
Okay,
Okay, so we're let's see. Now, just FYI for next week and the next few weeks, there's some things coming up in my schedule.
I've got no life, so I'll be available.
You're available all the time. I have some weddings coming up. Unfortunately, a funeral coming up. I'm actually having a procedure done on my leg. I have a varicose vein in my leg. That's the first week in February. So I've had this.
Might be a little uncomfortable for a couple days.
Just uncomfortable. So I'm not sure what that Saturday will look like, but.
Okay.
I've had this particular issue for like 25 years now, and I thought, maybe it's time. Because Dr. Carlucci, way back, he said, well, does it bother you? And I said, well, no. And he says, well, don't worry about it. So now it's starting to bother me just
old-time medicine.
Yeah, I figure, maybe I should get it taken care of. So we're going to take care of that on a Friday. They always do these procedures on a Friday. So that's the first weekend in February. Okay. So the following Saturday, I might be in a little discomfort. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. So just keep an eye out for our. We'll post.
Keep an eye out for when Smack and Jack is actually on. All right. Playoffs, NFL playoffs. We're not going to talk too much about these playoffs
because it seems like once the Eagles left, I forgot.
You even forgot what a football looks like, right?
Yeah, within a week or two, I just forgot.
So we have Kansas City and San Francisco. Let us know in the comments who your early on bets are.
Do we like the Walrus to win or the other guy?
The Walrus being who?
I don't know. His kid like waving guns around back in the day.
Andy Reid, yes.
Andy Reid.
And then the other guy is who?
Oh, boy, that's tough. That's really tough.
Somebody let us know who the other coach is because
remember
it's not Shanahan, is it?
You don't know either.
I cannot remember his name.
What was the French guy? It sounded like he was a hockey player, but that was from.
That was the Flyers coach?
No, that was the Green Bay. Was Green Bay?
Yeah, Green Bay was knocked out last week. Sorry, Debbie, and our Wisconsin cousins. So the burning question we do have for the audience here, Keith, is. Should Smack and Jack have a Super Bowl pregame show?
Okay.
which we did 2 years ago when the Eagles were
Right.
And should we have a?
It was a milestone in our career.
That
by
was
the
a
way.
milestone.
You know,
Yeah.
look it up on YouTube. Boy, I tell you, it was something else.
Yeah, that was February. Was it February 2nd, 2017?
Yes,
I think. Yeah, the Super Bowl for the Eagles, and then we also did a halftime show as well. So
and we sang a little bit.
We did.
Remember
I
that?
forgot. We did Fly Eagles Fly. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that again. Who cares if they're not in?
Great.
We can
we'll
always support the
exactly.
Eagles.
Yeah. Okay. Great idea. So
yeah.
let us know if you think we should do a pregame and a half-game show for the Super Bowl.
Because I can't remember who's doing the half game show, but I guarantee if we do a halftime show, it's going to be a lot better than the networks.
It'll be a lot better, and you will learn a whole lot more.
Yes.
And you will be a whole lot more involved.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And nobody's going to accidentally tear off.
No, it's not going to be a clothing
debacle.
What is that called? I can't remember what it's called.
A wardrobe malfunction.
Wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, we're not going to have that. Very good, Joel.
Okay,
Very good.
let's get on to one of our big segments. We have lots to talk about today,
All right.
folks. So let's get on to our previously programmed segment, and that was, what did you have to do growing up that you do or don't do as an adult now? Okay, so what are some of the things you had to do growing up that you just don't do anymore because maybe you had to do them growing up? And what are some things that you still do, in your home life?
Traditionals, idiosyncrasies kind of thing.
That you still do. And let me start out. I'll give you an example, and I did in my video earlier, is growing up, we always had to put the old bar of soap on top of the new bar of soap.
Yeah.
Okay. That went on all the way up till adulthood while I was still living at home. So we always had to make sure we meld that on. I don't do that anymore. When I see that thing's gotten down so small you can hardly use it anymore, I just throw it in the trash can. Now, how about you?
Well, me on the other hand, I'm
you still do.
still doing it. Mom's up in heaven saying, I taught him one thing and he's taking it to the grave.
Very good.
Yes,
very good.
yeah.
And there are times I go in the back room there, and there it is.
And
the two soaps stuck together, and then I got to make sure it stays together.
And I can't, for the life of me, understand why they don't stay stuck. I work as hard as I can to get them stuck, and then I get up, wash my hands an hour later, and they fall apart.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I try my best.
It's just too much work. I mean,
it is a lot of
makes
work.
Washing your hands very stressful.
Yes.
Okay, another thing actually something I do, and I will say not everybody in my household does this, but I still do it, is take the syrup bottles, the ketchup bottles, anything that might have something left in them, and I turn them upside down.
Yes,
so
I
that
do
the
that.
next time we go to use them, we finish it out. And it actually makes cleaning out for the recycling a lot easier as well, right?
Very
do you
good.
still do that?
Yeah.
that
Yes, I
thing?
do. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else do that? Yeah, I don't have comments over here. You have comments over here?
I actually do it with my my dish soap. When it gets all the way down, you're. So I put it upside down. I put it in a cup. So
you have to put it
leaks.
in a cup because it's such a small.
Yeah. And
shampoo.
Shampoo. Yes.
Do all that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something I still do.
Yep.
All right. How about bed sheets?
I know nothing about bed sheets, so we'll give you this one, Joel.
Growing up, for whatever reason, now I don't mean this to be a pile on mom and dad and all that stuff, but growing up, we never had fitted bed sheets.
Right.
We always had flat sheets for the bottom around the mattress, and where the flat sheet actually goes. Right? So the sheets on our beds were constantly coming out because they were not fitted. They didn't have that elastic band around them to keep them on the. And I have no idea why, because you can buy them.
Morning, Karen.
Even in that day,
that's what my
you could
question.
buy the set, but they insisted on buying 2 flat sheets. Especially up at the trailer at the camper. I remember waking up. The sheets were everywhere. The bed pad was all kind of crinkled up.
Well, those mattresses were kind of small. And it was hard to make them.
Right. So I don't know. Do you remember that, Keith? Or?
Yeah. Well, I remember. And I didn't think fitted sheets were invented till after I got married,
and
because I had never. I just didn't know they existed.
Right.
So, if anybody knows when the fitted sheet was invented, let us know. That'd be something neat to look up.
I think I
just figured that was a rich man's way of making a bed. You just never had to worry about it.
Right.
And then if you were poor, poor working class folk like us, when we grew up, you got regular sheets and tucked them in every morning.
I think I discovered it when I went to a friend's house and had a sleepover or something like that.
What the heck is this?
I was like, well, how come your sheets don't come untucked? Well, they're,
Is that a custom? Where do you go to get custom-made sheets? Wow.
Okay, moving on. Dish rag or dishes in the sink? Well, we still have dishes in the sink from time to time because I apparently am the one person in the household who actually knows where the dishwasher is.
Yeah, it's kind of far away in your house, isn't it?
You have to take a half a step that way.
It's almost an arm's reach away.
It is.
Almost?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have to put them in the dishes. But the one thing that we don't use in my household anymore is the dish rag.
Yeah, dish rag. And I remember your lovely wife is diabolically opposed to.
Yes.
And it is true. They do collect all sorts of stuff. I remember growing up, the dish rag we had, we could smell getting off the bus in the morning. In the afternoon. Dish rag. No, didn't wash the dish rag yet. So
yeah, we had that thing around. It would hang over the water, faucet, or in the.
It would invite itself to dinner on Sundays.
That's right. It would get washed.
Myron's on
once in a while.
Richard, boy,
So,
we got it nice. Everybody's starting to file.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Use paper towels. So no, we use paper towels like not me. I try to conserve the use of paper towels, and I'll use them to wipe crumbs into the sink. But everybody else in my household, man, we use paper towels like breathing air.
Yeah.
They put a cookie on it, eat the cookie. Well, that paper towel is no good
Can't
anymore.
use that again.
Right into the trash.
Different from Pop. Pop used to use a paper towel until.
Yes, we used to have paper towels at home forever.
Yeah,
like
placemats.
They were placemats, and they would just sit on the table.
Yes.
They'd have coffee stains on them. There would be like jelly stains on them. But they would be shaken off. They'd shake off the crumbs
and put them back down as a placemat. Oh, goodness sakes.
So we go through paper towels in my household more frequently than
and flushing the toilet.
Yeah, tell us about flushing the toilet.
This is
Keith.
a little different nowadays. The only one I can think of offhand that has a septic is Myron. And I'm sure he flushes his toilet because it's the modern era.
Yeah.
But we didn't flush our toilet until we absolutely had to. We had we didn't have a septic system.
No, we
had
not.
a converted water well.
Yes.
In our 100-plus-year-old house.
Yes.
That was always overflowing, and so we weren't allowed to use water unless we absolutely had to. So let us know if anybody
So just to clarify, the well that turned into our septic, I don't know, 100 years ago, was used actually to get water out. It was a water well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
When they got running water into the house, they converted our house. Our old house used to have an outhouse, like way in the back, long before we were there. But so they turned the water well into the septic. Now, just on that premise, you can imagine how well that worked, or how
well the well worked.
As a septic dispenser.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the job of that well is to hold water.
Right.
When you put sewer into it,
and there had to still been, there must have been a spring down there at some point that was still active, right?
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, what a, boy, I tell you.
So,
it's a wonder we don't have, like, hands growing out of our forehead,
I know. So,
boy, I tell you.
when we went out the back door of our house, folks, we literally had to walk around whatever was just flushed.
Yeah. Now, mind you, we did not grow up in Appalachia, ladies and gentlemen. It was Media, Delaware County. And it was only 45 years, well, it was 50 years ago. Yeah,
anyway, so I flush the toilet every single time I look at it, right? That toilet needs to be flushed, Anyway, what else we have out there? I know that, let's see, we had some people chiming in. Thanks for your response, by the way. Let's see. Brad chimed in on this comment. I had to eat liver as a child and never touched it again when I got older. Can you remember Mom feeding us liver for dinner?
Well, I got something else to say about that. Mom, great cook. Mom, I think she was a better baker because she liked sweets so much.
Yes, she tremendous baker.
Yeah, so you do what you love best. But she was a great cook too. She found out that we didn't like liver, so she would make liver for herself, and she would cook hot dogs for us in the same pan. So what's better than better than liver? liver-flavored hot dogs, ladies and gentlemen. So, yes, that's...
She showed us.
Yeah, really.
I'll tell you what, man. Who likes liver out there? I think maybe Barbara chimed in that she liked liver.
Oh, I like liver worse. Hey, Themis is on. Hello, Themis. How's the big family going?
All right, and then Richard, thanks for chiming in here. Richard, cauliflower as a child, he didn't like cauliflower. He thought it looked like a brain. Yes, I agree with you there. Yep. But he does like to eat anything nowadays and try out new foods and so forth. We had cauliflower quite a bit growing up.
Yes.
And Mom would put like that cheese sauce on it.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And that made it better. I actually find cauliflower to be almost flavorless.
Yes,
like,
it is.
It's not offensive. It's not like liver.
Right, liver is
pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks, guys. Let us know what you're thinking as far as some things that you still do or don't do.
However, foie gras, I think that's pronounced. Foie gras is duck liver.
Ah.
And it is absolutely amazing. And
sounds like something out of Shrek.
Well, you want to get into the macabre a little bit. They force feed these poor little ducks grain that has been saturated in whiskey.
Oh my gosh! Are you serious?
So they get cirrhosis of the liver. Their liver's enlarge. We harvest the liver and have a doggone good.
Oh, man. Something
I don't know why everybody hates the French. I think they're really
they're avant-garde.
Yes. But anyway, so that's liver that I like. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on, folks. Chime in below if you have some. I don't know if I'm seeing all the. Good to see you, Richard. Heather, yes. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you found us too, Richard. Sorry about the feeds on. We had a hard time getting on Facebook today. Well, if you wouldn't mind doing us a favor, smack the like button. Love the love button. Give a comment, share if you would, and if you're getting any type of value out of this ridiculous show, that would be awesome if you do that for us. Don't forget to check out smackandjack.com. We have lots of good products on there to get you on your way to internet marketing and just learning a bit more about how to get yourself out there on this World Wide Web that we have.
www.
Yeah. All right, let's get into a game, folks. Get ready to start typing in.
What is the ducks get drunk? I can't read. Hold on a second, Mike. Go ahead. Keep going there.
Okay. So our game today is called Apples to Apples.
I'm full of tidbits.
And let's see. Themis, you might have this game at home. If you don't, this is one you need to get. Yeah, for your little guys, right? Apples to Apples. This is the children version. Kids 7+. So I'm going to give Keith.
Oh, Luke's not 7 yet, is he? Well, he's pretty smart.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. It'll take just a couple minutes, and I'll give myself 5 cards here. 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we have judge cards. We're going to do the first one together, and then we'll. Okay, so. A judge card is green. The player cards are red. Okay, maybe the thing is over again. Right. Yeah. All right. So the judge card has a word on it, and this word happens to be boring. Boring. Okay. Now we look through our hand here, and we find the card that most relates in our minds, in our opinion, to boring. So I'm going to put down my card. You put down your card. And then the judge, and you are all going to be the judge today, you decide which one's better. Okay, so let's take a look at what we just put down. We have mail carrier, and we have planting seeds. Okay, mail carrier or planting seeds. Type in which one you think is best for the word boring. Okay, because you don't know who put down either one of the cards yet. Okay, survey says... So the judge in the game gets to pick which card is closest to boring, right?
Right.
And
so the judge is the audience.
Right now the judge is the audience, yeah. And then whoever wins that round gets to keep the cards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so do we have any response over there? Have they all
Yeah, Richard's chiming in already.
Okay.
Oh, it's a shame, but well, yeah.
Okay, so
More so than planting seeds.
Keith put down planting seeds, and I put down mail carrier.
Okay.
So if you selected mail carrier, I win the round. If you selected planting seeds, Keith won the round. Okay? All right, so let's play a couple.
So far we got Rich said mail carrier was the.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we both get 5 cards for each round. Okay. All right, we're going to do 3 of these, and then we'll move on to our next segment, which is the one we all tuned in for. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is
I see
cold.
we're coming back.
The judge
Okay.
is cold. Cold. Okay, so what card?
Would you just get an extra one?
Yeah, just get.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. All right, I'm going to put down
Cold.
this one here. Okay, so put a card down. Let's not take all day doing this.
Okay, all right.
All right, we're going to switch them around. All right, folks, which one do you think best represents the word cold? Is it my room? Or is it scratchy clothes? All right, type in which one do you think. The word cold. Scratchy clothes or my room? Okay? All right, we're going to come back to that. How about we're just going to do 2 of these, folks, because we need to move on.
Yes,
okay?
okay.
All right, last card here. Useful. This card is useful. All right.
Can we get an extra card or not?
We should, but we're
Okay.
not.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's.
Useful. Oh, I got one.
Useful. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
It's
All right.
good-
For the
good.
word useful, do you think? Let's shuffle them around. All right. We have trains, or we have Play-Doh. Play-Doh.
Okay.
All right. So trains or Play-Doh for useful.
All
right. And let's come back to
Yeah,
that
we're getting-
in a few minutes here. Okay. We're not going to do. We have to move on.
We're
Yeah.
letting the answers
All right.
come in. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. What do we got here?
What happened in Collingdale?
Wow.
All right. Well,
What exact? Hold on a second.
you may have seen a few of my posts, and let me show you.
And let me tell you that one of our viewers, Heather, called me yesterday, and she said, "Have you seen Joel's house?" And I'm thinking, when did Heather meet Joel? Well, we're all friends on Facebook, and it took me a minute. I thought she was talking about my other brother that lives down in the area.
Yeah.
And I was just really confused as to what happened. So,
Yeah. So let me tell you that when I woke up yesterday, and I saw. Oh, must be working. And I saw that. Right over there, Keith.
yeah.
I saw that my realtor property manager had called me starting at 1:53 in the morning and called at minimum 5 times. He may have even called me 6 times and finally left the message. When I saw that I literally thought my building had fallen down. I thought something major, obviously something major did happen. I was
Right.
like, oh my gosh, what happened? So this is what I saw on my phone yesterday morning when I woke up.
Wow.
I know he wasn't calling me to wish me a happy birthday.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I thought, oh my gosh, what's going on? So I talked to him. I called him at 5:30 in the morning. He obviously just gone to bed. So
Right.
I was like, felt bad for calling him, but he said, give me a call as soon as you get the message. So I did. And he said, Joel, there's been a major accident. Okay, she said, I have no idea what happened, or he said, I don't know how this girl survived.
Wow.
But this girl hit a number of different objects and then ran into my building. So fortunately, this area down here, and I told Stephanie, I said, we really should have taken the wallpaper down.
Yes. Now I'm embarrassed.
So fortunately,
unsightly wallpaper.
Fortunately, this was just a storage room. I had an old refrigerator in there. I had a toilet. I had a sink. We had not rehabbed this area yet. Now there was somebody living and sleeping upstairs. Okay. So that's what we saw. This is a tweet that the news guy sent out. So that's just the same picture. This is the car that they pulled out of the building.
Look at that. Is it a joist or
This
is it a bunch of?
this is like a huge beam, probably the main support beam.
Yeah. Okay.
Went right through this girl, or this lady. I understand she's an older lady, wasn't young. The fact that she is still alive is is a miracle.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
It is a true miracle. If it was over another inch, 6 inches,
Yeah.
it would have probably decapitated her.
Mm-hmm.
So these are pictures, again, I got off a tweet. This is the building as it looks last night. I went down there and I took some pictures with the insurance adjuster that I met. This steel beam here is all that's holding everything up. They did not put any support in for this corner. This steel beam is the only thing holding up the second floor, and it spans the entire width of that room downstairs. So I don't know what the leverage is on the other side.
What's it cantilevered into the other older part of the building?
Yeah.
I guess,
So I really hope the township has somebody go there and put a support there. Somewhere in this corner here. Right now, there's absolutely nothing supporting this whole corner here. It's just hanging. This is a drop ceiling here for the room down below. I mean, that's all just hanging there. So here's a picture of the inside. Bricks are just everywhere. You remember those sponge bricks like we played with?
Yes.
Mainly at church, I remember them, right? That's what, that place just, bricks everywhere.
Come apart,
It's
yeah.
just shattered. And we were commenting on the lack of insulation.
Yes.
The lack of insulation.
No
that was
R
built.
value to speak of.
Look at that right there. That's probably like wallpaper or
Yeah,
something right there.
the R value was in the brick.
Yeah. Man, the
Isn't it
way they
something?
built that. This was an addition to the main house. So this is not original.
Well, I got some bad news for you.
Go
This
ahead.
is newer than the house. The house might be built better, but that doesn't have insulation either.
Oh, no. Well, I agree. I agree with that. Okay, so let's watch. This is Channel 6. And this shows a little bit of what the lady did, because there's surveillance footage here.
Yes.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
see
this
if I
is
can
great.
get this full screen here. And so I'm not going to show you this whole thing. You can go to Channel 6 and watch this. All right, here we go.
He says first the woman did a U-turn in the yard of a church, then came crashing down Clifton.
But first he hit that, that telephone pole right there.
Well, again, you can see he's right. She
Telephone
goes over
pole?
that telephone pole, swipes another car along the way, then hits the metal horses in front of Femi's and is redirected. Unfortunately, that
Bam,
was right
that's
into
it
the
right there.
home on the corner.
Right
that
there.
was
Debris
That
everywhere,
was it.
smoke.
Yeah, let's watch that
You
again.
can see he's right. She goes over that telephone pole,
Over the
swipes
telephone
another
pole.
car along the way,
That's a
then
pizza
hits
shop.
the metal
That's a
horses
pizza
in
shop.
front of Femi's and is redirected. Unfortunately, that was
Look at
right
the bricks.
into the home.
The bricks
on the
come
corner.
down
There's
like
debris everywhere.
toys. So, yeah, folks, that's my property down there. Yep. So, obviously, there was a tenant living upstairs there who at this point is displaced. He's at a Red Cross. The Red Cross stopped by, gave him a gift card for $200 yesterday. And I think he may have gotten maybe a little bit more for food and clothing. Now, he was allowed to go back in upstairs to get his stuff, to get some clothing. But he is displaced. He's complete. Now he is homeless because, talk about the selfish acts of people.
Yeah.
Not only my headache now, because I went down there, spent a couple hours down there.
And yours is a headache, but what this person has to go through
Yeah.
is...
So fortunately, the renter in the back part of the house, he was allowed to go back in and live because they deemed that structure to be...
he can go. Okay,
yeah.
good.
So this addition part is the one that was... And I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea.
Oh.
So fortunately, I met with an adjuster. He's going to take care of everything, coordinate with myself and my manager, but pretty much their team is going to handle it with the insurance company, making sure we get what we need out of this. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm sure this will go on for
quite a
year.
long time.
At
Don't
least.
drink and drive. Well, we
Yeah.
still don't know what the... You
Okay,
said
so
you had
there
an
is-
idea of what the...
There is no police report yet. That's not coming until Tuesday. We don't even know if there's insurance on that car.
Yeah.
Right? So, and at most it'll be $5,000. It's on our policy. Maximum property damage, $5,000. You see that on your line item. Some are
okay.
$10,000, some are $5,000. Now,
Well,
my
that's
adjuster...
not going to cover...
No, not at all. My adjuster said that they've come out with policies where that number is even lower, property damage. Wow. So she might have like $2,000, if anything. So anyway, the guy at the pizza shop, the young kid, real nice kid, he came over and started talking to us. He told us that the lady was from next door and was just driving around the blocks, and then all this took place.
Just
she was
driving around.
So this is 1:45 in the morning. My theory is this. Number one, if she was just drinking alcohol, I don't think that would have caused it.
Right.
Number 2, I think possibly a drug, a heavy drug.
Right.
Okay. 3, now these are all possibilities that I think it could have been. Maybe mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Or 4, and I'm only saying this because she purposely ran into a telephone pole. She tried to run into that pizza shop. But when she didn't do that, she turned and ran directly into my shop. I think she may have been trying to commit suicide.
Oh, wow.
That's only a theory.
Yeah, okay.
That's only a theory. Yeah, sad, very, very sad. I mean, I hope she gets the attention she needs. Right now, she's in the hospital, so she has a place to live.
Right.
But that's just kind of my theory.
I was thinking of maybe a heart attack or stroke. Years ago, when I was at my shop over in the other side of town, somebody came across the street. There was this little connecting road, and he had a heart attack coming across his little bridge, and his wife turned the car. Otherwise, he would come straight into our shop.
Right.
Turned the car and crashed into Kathy's car that she had just gotten.
I don't think a heart attack would have you plowing, like literally plow a
keep
telephone
going,
pole.
yeah.
Like they had to replace that whole telephone pole.
Yeah.
And then back up, or just. I think if it was anything like that, it would have coasted to a stop.
Right.
After hitting the dump,
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on. That's what my day was yesterday. I still went to school, but at lunchtime I'm trying to make calls. I was down there until 8 o'clock last night. What to do? Like my manager has never had this happen. He, he's like, we need to get somebody else on this.
Yeah.
So okay.
And being selfish as I am, all I'm thinking is, what about the show?
What about the show today? Is our show in peril?
And I'm thinking we got to do a live feed from down there. But luckily it was raining and we didn't do that.
It's been a slow news day yesterday because when I went down there, I got down there around 6 o'clock. The news vans were there again. And they
really?
Yeah, and I saw later last night that they did another little segment on that. I was like, yay! So I'll try to line them all up if I can get all those videos and post them.
Hopefully you were wearing your Smack and Jack cap.
Well, they didn't actually get me in the video. Believe me, I had my hat and my shirt on when I went down there, and I was going to put some stickers around too. Okay, very good. Okay. So let's get on to. Should we do our? Why don't we do this?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's do our day in history. Okay.
Let's see what we got.
And now, Smack and Jack's This Day in History.
Yeah, what do you got, Brother Keith?
Well, a lot of stuff happened this day in history. 1964, the Beatles, I Want to Hold Your Hand, was their first #1 hit. Billboard Top 100 this day, 1964. And that's something.
Nice.
I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney is still playing. Ringo, I don't understand it. 1959, first Boeing 707 internal U.S. flight. American Airlines begins use of jets on internal U.S. flights from Los Angeles to New York City. One-way ticket was $300 in 1959. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, indeed.
Wow, isn't that something? 1950, 4 years before I was born, they just started using jet engines. 1947, Al Capone dies of pneumonia and heart failure. After fearing his whole life that he would suffer a gangster's death. He died peacefully in a jail. This day in 1971, everybody's favorite criminal, Charlie Manson, was convicted along with the cult followers Susan Atkins, Leslie Van Houten, Patricia Krenwinkel, of brutal 1969 murders of actor Sharon Tate and 6 others. 1971, and he just died a couple years ago in prison. What a macabre, horrible thing. So that's our day in history.
So can we show everybody how you cut and paste?
Oh yeah. Well, Joel showed me a little bit after the show a couple weeks ago how to make documents and things like that. And after he left, I promptly went back to sleep. So this is how I cut and paste. If we can see that.
I
actually cut
paper.
Cut the piece, but I didn't use paste. I actually a little bit.
You went all the way with tape.
Where are we here?
Yeah, you did tape.
Tape, cut and tape. So yeah.
Simply amazing, man. You have come a long way.
I'm gonna get a job in the tech industry next week, so I might not be around. So
you think Facebook is having trouble today?
Wait till I get
industry there. So, okay, let's get back to our apples and apples. I think we're going to have to skip our jokes today, folks, because we're running a little bit late.
Why wouldn't you want to talk to property? Yes, exactly. I agree with you, Themis.
What do you say?
Themis is our new lawyer on hand. Why wouldn't the Action News, the people want to talk to the property owner down there? I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't make it known that I was there last night. So, yeah, we'll see. Now, although my manager was there.
This guy's an organist, his choir director at his church on Sundays, the robe and everything like that. Behind the organ, he wears a Smack and Jack cap, but he didn't let the media know that he was the owner. Smack and Jack was the owner of the...
That's right. Okay, what'd you put down, folks?
Okay, let's get back to this.
For the word useful.
What were the two?
Okay, useful, we had Play-Doh and trains. Play-Doh and trains. What'd you have down here? I see a train. I see train. All right.
Yeah,
well,
train.
If you said Play-Doh, I won that round. If you said trains, he won that round. Okay.
Well.
So if you're the judge in this game, then you decide who wins that round, and then that person keeps the cards. All right. Last one here. We had cold. We had scratchy clothes, and we had my room. All right. If you said that cold is scratchy clothes, then Keith won the round. If you said that my room won the round, then I keep the card. Okay,
we got a couple of my rooms, so yeah, I guess Joel would have won that round.
I won that round. Thank you,
kind of
folks.
a tie.
Thank you. Okay, so if you don't have apples to apples at home,
sounds good.
They have this game for children, 7 over, and they also have this as an adult game.
Oh.
So that might be another nice game for you to get. Apples to apples. If you don't have it, okay, look online, look at yard sales. They've been around for a while. All right, awesome. I think we need to be done.
Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. What time is it? Oh, yeah, we run late as usual.
Yeah,
we
we're a
cut
little
these
bit late
segments
today.
down,
Yeah.
and we're still late, but
We have so much content to get into.
We're gonna have to go to the Howard Stern format. We're going to be on like 5 hours. We'll be on about 10 minutes every hour. The rest is going to be filled with commercials.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
Do we like commercials?
Yes.
So, all right, folks.
Thanks for stopping by once again. Remember, you deserve a thought of your own.
So, be in touch to learn, laugh, and live. We'll see you hopefully next week and over the next few weeks.
Okay, yeah. Keep an eye out for our schedule, and we will be back in touch soon. Have a great weekend. Be careful out there on the roads.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Jack up your income, smack down.